All praise is due to the Most High, family. We over here talking football. Dang, I done posted 2 other game reactions. I forgot my disclaimer. I work overnight. That's why I couldn't catch all these games yesterday. I was sleeping. So what I do, family, I watch the highlights, I peep the box score and the stats, and I give you my perspective. And low key, I mean, we still early in the season, but I think we've been in general on point. Not even in general, like for the majority, I feel like we've been on point with our analysis of the season thus far. Now, I ain't check every game. Some games are more interesting than others, but anyway, I'm proud of the work that we've been doing thus far. But so I just finished watching the Cardinals and the Niners highlights, and another disclaimer: I'm a Saints fan. I promise I won't, and I don't bring up the Saints in every video. But these are 2 teams that we've played already, and so it's always interesting to see how these teams play each other, especially after you've played both of these teams. But anyway, this was an entertaining, a competitive division game. Now, we know the Niners aren't necessarily at full power. They're playing with their backup quarterback. But they played a solid game, man, and then they pulled through in the end. Like, they played their best game when it was required, like at the most important time of the game. This is the type of game that I like, family, because it wasn't too high scoring. Like, these defenses were playing well. Getting these offenses, like, especially on third down. Third downs were hard. First down conversions, or I guess third down conversions, were hard to come by in this game. So that means the defense is doing a job. They getting off on Friday. Man, if you're a Cardinals fan, you might have been not surprised, but you might have been impressed. You might have been pleased with how y'all was playing in this game, except for like 2 or 3 drops, family. And I don't remember the exact plays. Oh, well, one of them was Marvin Harrison. One of them was for sure Marvin Harrison Jr. But it was like 2 or 3 Kyler Murray throws that were there, basically in the lap of the receiver, and just did not convert. And I don't want to be hyperbolic, like butterfly effect, correlation and causation. Like, it's hard to tell. You can't really just say in a complicated and complex and difficult game of football, you can't just say, oh, well, they missed. Had he caught that one ball, they would have won. You almost can never say that unless it's a Hail Mary, unless it's the last game of the last play of the game, for a go-ahead touchdown or something. You can't really say a drop pass in the third quarter was where you lost the game. Like, that's usually hard to say, but you gotta want in this tight of a game. And as well as the Cardinals were playing early, like, really, they kind of just lost the game in the fourth quarter there. The Cardinals were playing well. The Niners are a solid team, though. Look, that NFC West, and I would know as a Saints fan, because we done played 3 of y'all already. We played everybody but the Rams the first 3 weeks of the season. NFC West is no joke. Y'all some competitive football teams over there. Some complimentary football teams over there. So, I mean, Now, I don't know what this means in terms of, because in my opinion, the Rams, we're talking about the NFC West, right? It's not the NFC North. You know what I'm saying? Where we could see 3 teams out the NFC North. We very well could see the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings out of the NFC North. But I think the NFC West might be the second best division in the NFC. The South is the worst. The East, I mean, come on now. We're only seeing, I don't know. I think the Commanders struggling early this season. We definitely not seeing the Cowboys. Definitely not seeing the Giants out the NFC East, right? Who does that leave? The Eagles. I'm tripping. Right? So we might see 2 out the East. I think we'll definitely see 2 out the North. So that just leaves the West and the South. Like, that just leaves 1 spot for each of them. And so it's going to be a competitive league in the NFC West. I'm saying, we all agree, and the standings show that the Rams are the best team in the NFC West. If the NFC North beats up on each other enough, and maybe even the NFC East beats up on each other enough, then maybe we could see 2 teams out the NFC West. We might see the Niners and the Rams both pull out a playoff spot. But so I guess let's see, there's 7 playoff spots now. So I guess you could see 2 out of it's not 2 teams coming out the NFC South. So I guess you could, yeah. We'll see how it shake out, man. That's competitive ball over there, though. Even the Seahawks in last place, you just got to see how these division games shake out. But so this was an enjoyable game. Kyler Murray did his thing. His receivers definitely let him down. The Niners are, a strong roster, especially given the fact that they're 2-0 with their backup quarterback. So I don't know. Y'all tap in the comments, family. I know I didn't, I'm not, this ain't my division. So I'm not overly invested, other than the fact that these are 2 teams that beat my team. So, but I ain't got to worry about y'all again. If you had to ask me, I mean, the same result that we've seen is probably going to be how the whole division shake out. We're probably going to see the Rams win the division. We're probably going to see the Niners get a wild card spot, and the Cardinals maybe, like, it's a small, rare chance that you might get 3 out of that division, depending on what you need. If you're a Cardinals fan, what you really need is for the NFC East and the NFC North to beat up on each other. You don't want no 6-0 division champion. You don't want no 5-1, 4-2 division champion. You really want all of those divisional teams to be like 3-3. But anyhow, family, it was a fun game. I just didn't have a dog in the fight. So peace and love.